Yo, Freedom Marchers, good morning. I said good morning to you. I said good morning to you. What is good, y'all? What is good? It's a pop-up live. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really give no heads up for it, so we'll see how long it takes for people to come in and all that good shit before I get rolling. But I'm not gonna take too long. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and I'm getting my ruck on, you know what I mean? Just got through doing 24 rounds of, Muay Thai drills on the heavy bag. 24 3-minute rounds. But I had this study that came out, and I wanted to talk about it. It's a study in regards to, the GL1P, whatever the fuck. The G1LP agonist, Ozempic. I think I'm butchering the nomenclature, but y'all get what I'm saying. So this study is about the use of OSTARINE in combination with Ozempic. Angelo Di Paola. I don't know what smock crack means. You know what I mean? Maybe you can clarify that. Tell me what smock crack means, and I'll probably be able to answer the question. Anyway, so typically when you smoke crack, you can't spell. So this Angelo guy probably smokes the crack that he's asking me if I smock. All right. Anyway, so OSTARINE in combination with the GL1P agonist, OSTARINE or Ozempic. Now, Ozempic was originally created to help people that were diabetic. Basically, it, does some shit with the goddamn insulin and prevents the shit from blah, blah, blah. But basically, Ozempic is a fat burner, okay? That's essentially what it is. It is a fat burner that they use that basically cuts down on your appetite. It prevents all that shit. It helps people lose weight. All right, it's a fat burner. But it's not really just a fat burner. It also will deplete you of muscle tissue, okay? If you use Ozempic and you're not exercising, you're not doing any resistance training, people that are lazy and don't want to work out but are very overweight, they don't want to do the hard work, right? And they're being told by the medical industry and big pharma that, oh, well, we have these drugs. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to do resistance training. Just, take this pill, right? And Ozempic has a lot of bad side effects outside of, burning muscle tissue. But, people are using it all over the place. Celebrities are using it. You can see their face is sunken in and they look, first of all, a lot of these celebrities that are taking this shit, they already fucking small, right? Like Ariana Grande apparently was taking it and she fucking looks ridiculous. This is a dangerous product. Ozempic has a lot of horrible side effects that affect your gut, right, in a negative way. And your gut is considered to be essentially another nervous system, right? And another, it's your immune system, right? It's an essential part of your immune system. It keeps certain things from happening, and Ozempic can indeed destroy your gut flora and cause all kind of problems, right? But they did a study where they had now this is a good study. It's a placebo-controlled study. Chris Graves was good. Xavier Perez. Everybody talking about crack today, huh? And cocaine. It is what it is. But they had two different groups, right? One group took the Ozempic by itself, and the other group took Ozempic with OSTARINE. And the group, right, one had placebo, right? One had a placebo, and it was a blind study, right? Meaning they don't know who's getting what, right? Even the people that are administering the research and administering the drugs, they don't know who's getting what. There's a system they have where they don't know who's getting the placebo and they don't know who's getting the real shit, right? They have a system for it. And so that keeps it clean, that keeps it honest. Now the group that took the OSTARINE with the Ozempic, well, they practically kept damn near 100% of all their lean tissue. And the people that did not have the OSTARINE, well, they lost all kind of muscle, right? Now, it's important to understand this because you have people out here that are trying to say that OSTARINE don't do nothing, right? OSTARINE doesn't do this and OSTARINE doesn't do that. It doesn't help you gain muscle and be stronger. You got people out there telling you, oh, it's just a confidence builder. It makes you more aggressive. When that's not true, right? It's not true. It helps with a lot of things. It helps, including, it helps with your cardiomyocytes, right? Your cardiomyocytes are your heart muscle tissue. Heart muscle tissue. So it builds its capacity. It builds its capacity to do the work, which means better cardiovascular endurance and also muscular endurance. OSTARINE does a lot with very little side effects. OSTARINE has very little negative side effects. That's why a lot of women use it in the bodybuilding world, because it helps them build and maintain a good amount of muscle during the cutting phase when they're cutting weight, right? And they're taking other things, OSTARINE, right? Doing a lot of cardiovascular exercise. So it's not really for, hardcore bodybuilders. Can you get OSTARINE naturally? No. It is purely made in a lab. There is no naturally occurring OSTARINE. OSTARINE is a SARM, right? OSTARINE is a selective androgen receptor modulator. It basically goes into the muscle and tells the muscle to grow, right? It encourages the muscle to grow. And it doesn't mess with your testosterone production, right? At all. So this is why a lot of women will use it. A lot of women bodybuilders, depending on what category they're in, right? Like the less muscular female bodybuilders, they'll take it because they won't get crazy wild gains. But in a lot of endurance athletes, they'll take it because the muscle build won't be crazy, right? It won't help you build so much muscle to where that muscle tissue saps all the energy that your body's producing. And it won't suck up all the oxygen. Because the more muscle you have, the more oxygen you need for those muscles. That's why muscle-bound dudes who box, you know what I'm saying? That's why they burn out faster. That's why they gas out faster. Well, OSTARINE will help you maintain the muscle while performing endurance exercises, right? And this will improve your speed, your cardiovascular input, your endurance, your power, right? You'll be able to perform more explosive movements for a longer period because of the OSTARINE. So this is what OSTARINE does. But see, you got people out there that'll tell you, you have professional bodybuilders. They'll say, oh, I don't see why a boxer would use it. You know, it doesn't really do all that and this and that. Well, bodybuilders and boxers have completely different training needs, right? OSTARINE is perfect for a boxer. The cons, there really aren't any cons to if you look, just research OSTARINE. There aren't really any cons. There really isn't. It doesn't interrupt your testosterone production. It doesn't, you know, the only con I would say is if you're looking to build a whole bunch of muscle, right, within a short period of time, it's not going to help you with that. But that's why, you know, hardcore bodybuilders, they're not male bodybuilders, they're not going to use it to compete, unless they're in a cutting phase, right? So let's say they get down, they're like a few weeks out from a show, and they can't train as hard. They can't, you know, with the resistance. They might have to do more cardio, right? They have to do more cardio, and they'll have to cut down. They're trying to dry